Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful queen who longed for a child. One winter's day, as she sat by the window, she pricked her finger and a drop of blood fell onto the snow. She made a wish for a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Soon after, the queen gave birth to a baby girl and named her Snow White. Sadly, the queen passed away, and the king remarried a wicked woman who was obsessed with her own beauty. She had a magical mirror that she would ask every day, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror always replied that the queen was the fairest, until one day it said that Snow White, now a young woman, was the fairest. Consumed by jealousy, the queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. However, unable to harm the innocent princess, the huntsman set her free and told her to flee. Lost and scared, Snow White stumbled upon a small cottage inhabited by 7 dwarfs. The dwarfs took Snow White in and treated her with kindness. In return, she kept the cottage clean and tidy. Meanwhile, the queen discovered that Snow White was still alive and decided to take matters into her own hands. Disguised as an old hag, she tricked Snow White 3 times with a poisoned comb, a tight corset, and finally, a poisonous apple. Each time, Snow White fell into a deep sleep, until one day, a prince happened to pass by the dwarf's cottage. He saw Snow White and fell in love with her beauty. Overwhelmed by his affection, the prince kissed her, breaking the curse and awakening Snow White from her slumber. Snow White and the prince were married, and the evil queen's magic was no match for their love. Snow White became the queen of the kingdom, and the dwarfs were honored guests at the royal wedding. From that day forward, Snow White lived happily ever after, a reminder that goodness and true love can conquer even the darkest of spells.